Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group KAA3 and today we will present about the article review regarding ADAB al-IKHTILAF. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Nur ALIAH Binti ZAINAL ABIDIN and my metric number is 1192978. First of all, I will explain about the introduction first. Divergence of thoughts are an unavoidable aspect of everyday existence. Ikhtilaf is a resource that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted to His servants to practice Islamic teachings comprehensively. As a result, this diversity enables people to always be with Islam in any scenario, degree, or position they find themselves in. All of this shows that Islam is a religion of kindness for everyone, regardless of race, language, or position in society. Therefore, to avoid confrontation, Islam respects differences of opinion so long as they are contained within the boundaries of adab. Additionally, tolerance for contrasting point of view is expected. The acquisition of knowledge is their objective. It prompts people to contemplate how they might grow, offer us assistance to a greater number of others, and behave more honorably toward one and another. Next is I will talk about the first article that we chose for Adabul Ikhtilaf. The article entitled Ikhtilaf and Unity in Muslim Ummah, a comparative analysis by Khalida Majid. According to the writer of the article titled Ikhtilaf and Unity in the Muslim Ummah, a comparative analysis 2015, Ikhtilaf, which is defined as a disagreement, difference of opinion, and diversity of views, particularly among the experts of Islamic law, is widely recognized in Islamic tradition as a natural phenomenon. The author also points out that ikhtilaf allows people to justify their differences without being limited by a unified vision or uncontested authority. Furthermore, the author highlights Muslim disunity. The Ummah is now divided into various sections. Political parties, lineage, professions, and traits differ. There are also dislikes stemming from the rich-poor divide. Moreover, the unity aims to channel ethnic, tribal, and religious conflict constructively. Thus, the emphasis is on lita'arufi, to avoid conflict and deny others' right to life and wealth. The author also referred to many Quranic verses such as Surah Al-Mu'minun verse 52, Surah Al-Najmi verse 23 and 53, Surah Al-Rum verse 22, and many more. Next, according to the author, disagreement is permitted on secondary topics but not on religious principle. The predecessors of Islam agreed that prayer is a requirement and that anyone who doesn't do it is not a believer. They also disagreed on some aspect of prayer and its validity. They differed on the legal judgment about the person who neglected prayer. If these points are used to unite, strife, polarization, and hatred will follow. The author emphasized that disagreement is permissible in tactics but not in ends. Islam protects the 5 universal human needs and calls people to worship Allah. Muslims agree that calling others to Islam is a personal or communal duty. Lastly, the author says that Islam puts different responsibilities on society instead of on individuals. Thus, some will call others to Islam, while others will enjoin the right and forbid the wrong.
Bismillah. For the second article, According to the writer of the article titled "Ikhtilaf, the Bearer of Grace 2022, there are scholars who call the term khilaf by not mentioning ikhtilaf, which has the meaning of debate or opposition between two people to find the truth and defeat falsehood. Although the lafzi between the terms khilaf and ikhtilaf have differences, both have similarities in the substance of meaning. The author also points out that in terms of terminology, ikhtilaf is the disagreement among academics, particularly those who are experts in fiqh, on a furu issues that lacks a qat'i premise. Ikhtilaf yani difference is split into two parts. First, ikhtilaf al-qulub, heart disputes and disagreements, which is rejected and unbearable since it falls under the category of tafarruq, division, and it includes every sort of disagreement and conflict that arise between people without making a distinction between severity, issue specificity, root causes, perpetrator characteristics and others. Second, ikhtilaf al-uqul wa al-afkar, differences and conflicts in terms of thought and understanding, which can still be separated into ikhtilaf in matters of usul and ikhtilaf in situations of furu, branch, non-principal. In this article, Sheikh Dr. Wahbah Az-Zuhaili asserts that several significant factors affect the opinions of different fiqh experts, including variations in historical understandings, historical sources used in arguments, variations in usul rules, variations in ijtihad using qiyas, and variations in contradictions, ta'arud, and election tarjih among views. Finally, the author also underlines that since the difference is a quality that cannot be eliminated, the only option is to learn to recognize and respect these distinctions. To help us escape from blind taqlid, it is crucial to understand the reasons for the disagreements in opinion between the scholars of fiqh and the imams of the mazhab. Thus, it will be simpler for us to avoid blaming one another and create the opportunity for a more in-depth investigation of the contentious issue.
We can conclude that disagreement of opinions is a natural human occurrence that has become a part of our daily lives. Disagreements in understanding the Islamic scriptures and legal talks should not be regarded as odd. If this matter is not handled wisely, it could lead to more severe problems such as schism, internal disintegration, confrontation, and a lack of unity in the Malay Muslim community. Unity can resolve this situation if ethical principles guide disagreements or discussion. All Muslims should take part in resolving any conflicts or differences of opinion without digging up anyone's fault and pointing fingers at each other. Muslims must be tolerant and united because most problems come from within, not from our enemies. We should act first rather than wait for others to change their opinion and reform themselves. Any prejudice should be stopped, as those things build barriers among others and do not provide any benefits. However, we should keep a good connection with others and observe their rights, as we should not be happy with others' sadness.
Further conclusions in a second article titled "Ikhtilaf, the Bearer of Grace 2022, we can conclude that scientific disagreements that improve our knowledge and make us more aware of the scope of Allah's law, consistent with time and place, are a blessing for us, wherever it may be. The great scholars of the past, including the imams of the schools of Imam Hanafi, Imam Malik, Imam Shafi'i, Imam Hanbali, and other imams who made numerous contributions to the ummah under various circumstances, and by upholding tolerance, respecting one another, and not being passionate about one another's viewpoints, have demonstrated this. Meanwhile, the best attitude in dealing with disputes among scholars is as described in the following verse. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم فإن تنازعتم في شيء فردوه إلى الله والرسول إن كنتم تؤمنون بالله واليوم الآخر ذلك خير وأحسن تأويلا. Surah An-Nisa verse 59. Meaning, should you disagree on anything, then refer it to Allah and His Messenger. If you truly believe in Allah and the last day, this is the best and fairest resolution.
That's all from us. Thank you for listening to our presentation. I hope that our presentation will give benefits to anyone. Inshallah, wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.